Hello. Beginning of another week. Interesting thing happened last night. I almost quit. Stopped. Just entirely. Quit. Quit writing. Retired. Left the arena. Quit the game. Etc., etc., etc. Yeah. I came really close. And there's no, oh, this person saved me, or all the support from the community made me realize how important what I do is, response as to why I stayed. Why I decided to keep doing it. I just realized that I still have stories to tell. The reason that I almost left is this shit is not easy. In fact, it's very hard a lot of the time. You know, we're in a culture, especially a writing culture right now, where there is a lot of self-involvement. And I'm not saying that there hasn't always been a decent amount of self-involvement among writers, but it's hypocritical now. Everybody wants to be heard, but nobody wants to listen. Everybody wants to support, but nobody wants to give support. And it's bullshit. And it's frustrating when you work on something for months or possibly years in some cases, and people are all about that support right up until the time it comes out and you say, hey, this thing I've been telling you about that you seem so excited about for the past 6 months is out. You know, check it out. It's the final product. I'm really proud of it. And you hear nothing. Nothing. The support just disappears into the crowd. And it's frustrating. And I know I'm not the only one who deals with that. So yeah, I nearly left the writing world last night. But I talked with Celosia and, you know, calmed down a little bit and realized I still had something to say. Whether anybody's listening or not, regardless of the hypocrisy of other people, I still have something to say. So I'm going to stay and say it. And then I sat down and I wrote 800 words, which is the most I've written in a single day in months. So I guess maybe it was catharsis. I don't know. But I sat down and wrote on Spaceman, and I wrote a good bit, over a full scene. And it felt good. And I think I'm starting to realize why I started doing this in the beginning. What that is yet, not entirely sure. But it's out there. Anyway, I'm going to keep this one hopefully under 5 minutes because I have every intention of writing more before I have to go to work today. So, yeah. Sunday night, almost quit. Monday morning, back to it. Back to it for the reasons that I got into it for the first place, which are many and varied and actually too long for a 5-minute clip. So maybe one day I'll get into all that, why I do this. But not today. Today, I've got a story about a man trapped on a hostile planet to write. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
So, I actually feel like I have a proper update today. It is a Monday. Mondays aren't usually great days, right? And this morning I really struggled with waking up, just being alert. I was very groggy this morning. But yesterday, Nick and I made an agreement with each other that we were going to spend at least a half an hour a day writing. I have been very stuck on my writing for 1.5 to 2 years. Like, I haven't been able to write. I haven't really had ideas flowing, like full on stalemate. Well, I rejoined my writer accountability group that I'd been a part of earlier, and we had our first silent session last night. So usually it's over a Zoom call, and we sit and we chit chat for a little bit at the beginning. We take a break halfway through, and if people want to share, they can share. Last night was none of that. It was sit down and write. I didn't get a ton of writing done last night. However, I did get some planning done and some figuring out done. And then today I more than made up for it. I started writing while the baby at work was down for her nap. I wrote close to 2,000 words then, and came home and wrote another 2,000 some words for a total word count of the day of 4,219 words. I haven't written like that in a very long time. I have another session of the writing group tomorrow night that I'm really excited for, and who knows, I might even get some more writing done during nap time tomorrow. But for now, I'm really happy with the progress I made today. I do need to do a little bit of plotting out of what's happening next in this book before I try to write it. So that's probably going to be my plan for either tomorrow morning before work or at the very beginning of nap time. But yeah, 4,219 words, baby. I'm back.
Good morning. Afternoon. It is officially afternoon here now. I'm still working on Spaceman, and I'm over 1,000 words into it, and it's coming along. And the pace I'm currently working, I might have it done as early as like the end of this coming weekend, if I keep up this pace, which means I could have it fully edited by Monday on the outside. It's probably going to take a bit longer than that, but I'm looking at it being between 6,000 and 8,000 words. It might be a little bit shorter, it might be a little bit longer, but that's the estimate. And if that's the case, I could have this whole book ready to record by the middle of next week. And everybody's going to think that's insane because it's 6,000 to 8,000 words written, edited, and ready for publication in under 3 weeks. I don't get why that's weird, but it's weird to people. I've always written fast. So to me, that's not strange. And, you know, gatekeepers will tell you, or people who talk about writing rules will tell you that it takes months to make anything good. I don't necessarily believe that. Things tend to come together either very long haul, like Kelsey Trace is coming together over the course of 5 years, or they come together very quickly, and this seems to be coming together very quickly. It doesn't make it worse or better, it's just how the process is going. Things are falling into place pretty easily with this story, so it's going quickly. It's not right or wrong, it's just not the image people have been sold. I mean, you think about A Clockwork Orange, I think A Clockwork Orange was written over 3 weeks. And that's way longer than what I'm doing. So, you know, it does happen. And, you know, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's kind of crazy to me. People have all these weird things that people believe about writing stories and telling stories and publishing books that they believe are like hard and fast rules. And I talk about this a lot on the internet. And so many of them are not rules. So many of them are just things that we've been sold. They became rules because somebody said it, somebody else believed it, and there's really no empirical data to back it up. It's just really funny to me. And I'm not saying I'm some kind of enlightened, whatever. But I don't really see things that way, and I guess I never have with anything. There are rules, and most of them are physics-based. Beyond that, everything else is kind of wibbly-wobbly. And I like knowing that. It makes it fun. It makes it exciting. You don't have to do anything a certain way. You may be more successful if you do something one way or the other, one way more than the other. But it doesn't mean you have to. And that's kind of fun. A lot of room to play. And what we do is supposed to be fun. And I want to get back to having fun. So that's what I'm doing. This is fun. Writing Spaceman is super fun because I'm just absolutely playing with it. All the tropes and rules for sci-fi that everybody says, oh, if it's sci-fi, it is this. I am just screwing with them. And I'm having such a blast doing it. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm in a pretty good place today, actually. It's nice to be back to having fun with it. So, I'm going to keep doing that. Anyway, I've gone 5 minutes and I've been babbling the whole time. I'm going to keep working on Spaceman. I have to go into work early today. It's my early day at work. But I'm going to work on Spaceman for about an hour or so. And then I'm going to get ready for work. And I'm going to take my tablet to work. And I'm going to work on Spaceman on my lunch and on my second break. And I am going to enjoy myself. And that's all. Yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hi guys. Told you I'd be back. So today I didn't obviously have quite the windfall that I did yesterday. But I took my break at work when the baby takes her nap and actually read through the entirety of the original of this story. Took me about an hour. She generally sleeps for 2 hours. And then spent the other hour plotting out kind of the changes and the things that I wanted to do. Spent the rest of the day with my work baby, came home, and sat down to write with my work group. They were really chatty tonight, and it totally threw me out of the right headspace, so I only managed to get, I'd say about 275 words. However, that is 275 words that I did not have on the page already. So I'm still going to count it as a win because, like I said yesterday, I've gone like almost 2 years where I haven't written a single thing. So, all that being said, I'm still making progress. I'm still moving forward. I am still moving forward with bedtime stories. I have to get the patrons only episode recorded. Maria Morevna. Just you wait. And I also still have to finish recording the last episode for January, which I hope you guys will enjoy. And then in February, we're going to be jumping sort of across the ocean. We're going to travel all the way across Russia, and we are jumping across the sea and down a little bit. Not terribly a whole lot of it, but we're going to go to Japan and we're going to do Japanese myths for February. So all I know is Japanese myths can be crazy, kooky. I haven't read through any of them yet, so I'm kind of excited to bring those to you and to myself as well. That's about all I have tonight, so I will see you guys again tomorrow. Have a great night.
Well, it's official. I need to trim my beard. Look at these curls, man. I got no control over this shit. This is all over the place. Anyway, I'm tired. It's been a long week already, and it's only Wednesday. But we do have an episode of Punks in the Library coming up this weekend, so that's going to be fun. I enjoy doing Punks in the Library. It's a lot of fun interacting with people and sitting on the couch with Celosia and just chatting about writing, talking about what's going on and what we're doing and what we want to do and answering questions and all that fun stuff. So I hope to see a bunch of you there. This comes out after that, but I hope to see a bunch of you there. Anyway, I may have come to a realization last night about my work and how I do things, and it's kind of a scary proposition. I haven't felt really settled in what I've been doing in quite a while, and I think I finally figured out why. And yeah, that's the thing I'm working on. I don't want to say anything yet because no decisions have been made. It's not a retirement scenario. I'll say that much. But, you know, it would mean changes. And changes fairly rapidly, honestly. So I'm kind of thinking through that, and, you know, it's a significant enough shift that we're actually going to dedicate our Sunday meeting, which you guys may or may not know about. We actually have a meeting every Sunday about lantern stuff, and it's, you know, a private meeting between Celosia and I, where we talk about what we're actually working on and plan for things, because we only see each other 2 days a week. Because of our work schedules, we only see each other 2 days a week, Saturday and Sunday. So we take a little bit of time, usually an hour to 2 hours, and we talk about what we're doing, and we're talking about what we want to do, and we plan, and we kind of figure things out. And we kind of do progress reports on stuff and check numbers and things like that. So yeah, it'd be a lot simpler if we both worked even roughly the same schedule, but our schedules are almost dead opposite each other. So that makes it a bit harder. So yeah, we're going to be talking a good bit about this decision I have to make that you guys will hear about soon enough in this Sunday's meeting. I'm not depressed about it, but, you know, there's some trepidation there. You know, it's a risk, like everything else we do. And it's a fairly decent-sized risk. So that's what's going through my head right now. I'm still working on Spaceman. When I'm done with this video, I go back to work on Spaceman. It's coming along great, but this decision will affect Spaceman too, most likely. You know, that's one of the things that needs to be discussed in the meeting. And yeah, I also need a friggin' shower. One of those days where I woke up feeling sticky. Ugh, it's disgusting. But I'm also dealing with some allergies right now. In case you're wondering why I sound a little strange, it's allergies. So yeah, a lot to think about. A lot to work on. There's a reason they call it a never-ending cycle. Because it's never-ending. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be working on Spaceman. I'm going to be thinking on this decision I have to make and coming up with lists and doing research and getting ready for Punks in the Library this Friday. So, yeah. I don't have more to say, but for some reason I don't want to stop talking. Story of my life. Yeah, that's going to be all for me. I'm going to be done for now. I have to record my short videos for the day before I get back to work, so I'm going to go do that. And then back to work on Spaceman. And I will talk to all of you tomorrow. Last day of work for the week, I think. Is it? Yeah. Last day of work for the week. Whew. It's been a hell of a week. I mean, week ain't over yet, but it's already been a hell of a week. Tomorrow night, we go live again with Punks in the Library, as we do every 2 weeks. Now, we're doing pretty good about it. And we have meetings all weekend, because there are changes coming. We've realized over the past 2 weeks or so, we've realized a lot of things about the way we do things and what we're doing. And I've realized I've made some mistakes, and it's time to correct those mistakes. I need a rubber band or something for this. I don't have one up here. I usually tie this up when I'm working so it doesn't bug me, but it just looks terrible. So I don't do it in videos, but it's all curly and weird. I talk about my beard in every clip. Ugh. Anyway, I've realized that I've made some mistakes in the way I do things and in what I've done, and I've had some missteps. And it's time to correct them. And it's time to, in the words of a very, very good song, get back to what it is that drives me. Yeah, it's time to do that. So, I don't know what we'll be announcing and when, but we've got changes coming, and they're good changes. They're good changes. Don't worry about that. And I'm excited for them. I'm not actually writing today, and I feel good about that in a weird way, because I'm doing all the other stuff. I'm not just a writer, I'm not just a storyteller, I also, co-own a business. And to a certain degree, I've been kind of flailing at that. And I've just started to realize, both in my storytelling and in the running of the business, that my flailing has negatively affected it. And I've learned a lot of lessons, and it's time to actually implement the lessons learned and the knowledge I've gained from the mistakes I've made. Yeah, it's time to do that. You guys are probably going to hear about all this stuff before it comes out, before this video comes out. But this is kind of my mindset right now. I'm excited for the first time in a long time. I'm not pensive, I'm not nervous, I'm not riddled with anxiety. I'm excited, which is a huge deal. That's a big deal. I'm excited for what we're doing going forward, and I'm excited that the vision has become so much clearer. It's awesome. So you guys are going to be hearing about this stuff a lot in the next few weeks as we make these changes, as we make these adjustments, as things shift. And it's going to be pretty awesome. Big announcements coming. Several of them. So yeah, it's time to do that. It's time to take the next step. I think that's actually the title of the podcast episode for this week. Yeah. I'm not writing today, but I feel like I've gotten more accomplished than I have in 3 months. It's pretty fucking awesome. So, that's going to be it for me. Keeping it at roughly 5 minutes. If I don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow with another update. Tomorrow's my day off, so I'm going to be working all day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hey guys, coming to you tonight from the bed. Sorry, not sorry. I didn't get one recorded last night. I've been struggling with a really bad tension headache that's trying hard to cross the line into migraine territory. Oh, joy. Especially when you work with a 1-year-old, and this morning her favorite thing to do was throw her wooden toys onto the hard surface floor. But anyway, beyond that, it's been beautiful out, so we've spent a good amount of time outside in the afternoons, which has been a lifesaver for me. Tomorrow night we've got the first episode of the new year of Punks in the Library, and NJ, Nick, we all know who he is at this point. Nick and I are going to be talking about, some of the changes we're going to be making, the pivot in direction, which by the time this comes out, I hope you guys will have seen. Itchy nose. But, so I'm just stopping in here quick. I haven't got a whole lot of updates writing-wise, whatever. You guys are just going to have to wait and hear about what's going on tomorrow night. And on top of that, both he and I pretty much at this point are like, we've got to get to work. So this whole weekend upcoming, at least not Monday. Words. Headache makes brain muzzy. Anyway, Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have just a prolonged planning, meeting, get stuff figured out type weekend. So yeah, that's kind of what we got going on, kind of what I got going on. I'm going to go lay on my heating pack for a while, try and relieve some of the tension in my neck and shoulders. I'm hoping it eases off. If it doesn't, if I wake up and it's at the level it was this morning, tomorrow morning, I'm calling in sick to work. I already kind of briefed my bosses on that. We're also possibly supposed to get snow tomorrow, so we will see. But yeah. Prayers, good vibes, Reiki, whatever it is you send that this goes away would be appreciated. And good night.